It's been 6 months since I've heard from the narcissist. It's been a year. It's been 5 years. It's been a decade. The narcissist is married and has kids now. They're never going to come back. Think again. Welcome back, guys. JT here. Super excited for all of you to be here. So grateful that we're building this community together, and I'm so blessed to hear all of your comments. I answer them every morning, every night, and it's truly incredible to see that people are healing and going on the healing journey to become their most authentic self. It gives me great pleasure to hear that other people like myself are healing even after months, years, decades. It is possible to heal. It is possible to completely break that energetic cord that is attaching you to the narcissist. It is possible to stop ruminating about the narcissist. It is all very, very achievable. And I know if you're on this journey and you still haven't gotten the healing you've wanted, you will get there. I promise you that. You just have to keep putting in the work every single day, keep putting all the energy into you, and you will get there. I promise you that. And, I try and make these videos as lighthearted, I guess. I don't want to say fun, but just put as much good energy into it as possible to show you guys that you can heal and become happy and enjoy life and have love and joy and prosperity and abundance and all the things you want. Peace of mind, calmness. You can get all of those things after a narcissistic relationship, even the most severe narcissistic relationship. I tell you guys in this, in other videos, my narcissist was a witch, did mirror magic, spells, potion stuff, put things in food, sexual manipulation with energy, all types of stuff. The worst things you can imagine. And I still healed. I'm still healing. I'm not ready to be in a new relationship by no means. I'm still becoming my most authentic self, but I am 95% better, and you can do it too. I promise you that. So let's talk about this today. We're going to be talking about refusing the narcissistic Hoover. And I've heard a lot of people are like, yeah, the narcissist won't ever come back. They're married, they have kids now. It's been years, and I've heard it all, and I promise you this: the narcissist will Hoover. 99% of the time, maybe 97%. We'll say 97. That's the number. Yeah, 97%. But I was talking to a client the other day, and for future reference, if anyone is a client or is thinking about becoming a client and joining our narcissism recovery program, I do not ever give out any of the information or details discussed in our one-on-one appointments unless you authorize me to do so. And so in this case, this client, they are nervous that the narcissist is going to Hoover around the holiday time, and that they're going to drive a few states away and come Hoover and ruin their holiday. And so what I said was, okay, well, how have you prepared yourself? What have you done? What kind of preparations do you have in place to allow this Hoover to not happen, or to have the strength to block this Hoover? And they're like, oh, well, yeah, they're blocked, and yeah, they do have my address, and they do know where, I go to the gym and go grocery shopping, et cetera, et cetera. And I said, okay, so what if, they went to that lengths? What's if they drove all the way across the couple states and Hoovered you, and you had to confront them? What would you do? And they were like, oh, well, I would just tell them off, and I'm not going to go into great details about it. But essentially, I was trying to explain that a narcissist is so charming and so manipulative, and the issue with us empaths, super empaths, people that are caring, compassionate, and love, a lot of times we think too much with our heart, and I'll do a video on this because the heart actually has more neurons than the brain does. And there are studies, scientific studies, that show that you can create immense amounts of energy, hundreds and thousands of times more powerful than the human brain. The Heart Institute did a great scientific study on this, and I've done love meditations that allow you to open your heart and to give and receive that energy, and it is extremely powerful. And as empaths, what happens is if you get in the situation with the Hoover, your mind will say, yeah, fuck you. I'm never taking you back. I'm on my own. I'm authentically myself. Right? That's what our mind will say. But when we live from our heart space, as we mostly do as empaths, we're very giving, kind, and compassionate, the heart ends up overriding our brain. And when the narcissist is a master of manipulation, master of all the tactics, they've done this to hundreds, if not thousands of people in their entire life, they know exactly what makes you tick and exactly where your weak points are and how to use that and weaponize it against you. So when you get in this situation, you can say all you want right now, yeah, I would never take them back, but our emotions are so strong, and when the narcissist knows how to manipulate that, and the narcissist can make an illusion, like a very crazy illusion that they're all healed and everything's good and they can't live without you and they miss you so much and they want to start over and this, and this. It's going to override your brain and you're going to think from your heart. And then you might not in that moment give them a second chance, but you're like, okay, yeah, let's hang out for the holiday. And you get hoovered right back in, right? So when you're refusing the Hoover, what you have to understand is the narcissist has to win at all accounts. Even if a narcissist, say, it's been 5 years and they're married. A narcissist, it's a master game with them, right? They have to win at all costs. Even if they're married, that still doesn't consider winning for them. They need to have all their supplies. They need to know that everyone still wants them. They're the center of the universe. They're the God. They're put up on a pedestal. Everyone worships them. They need to feel that because they need to protect their fragile ego. So if we know this, then even if someone was married, has kids, it's been 5 years, you think there's not going to be a Hoover? It depends on how much supply they have in their harem garage. It depends how many backups they have ready. If you're like number 4th on the list, or they've tried hoovering a couple other ones and they live in a different country or whatever it is, you better believe that narcissist will reach out eventually. They all do. They all do. And what I always tell people is the narcissist gets their fuel from your reaction, right? That's why Grayrocking is so powerful. What does a gray rock do, or any kind of rock? It is just a rock. It's like, I'm a rock. Like, that's it. There's no expression. There's no emotions. So when a narcissist comes to hoover you back in, if you're in the situation where they catch you off guard and like you're out and you have to like communicate, then you give no emotion whatsoever. None. Zero. By doing that, you're gonna make the narcissist go crazy, for one, because they're trying to gain supply and fuel and validation off of you because they live off of validation. So, oh my God, no, it's fruit fly. I've been trying to kill him for like an hour. I love animals, but I hate fruit flies. Where was I? Yeah, they live off of your validation, so they're going to try everything in the book, everything they could possibly ever say to you that would make you feel like, okay, they've changed. I can give them a chance. So by you Grayrocking, go on about your business if you do get into a situation out in the open, or if you're walking by them on a street, don't even pay them any acknowledgement. Like, I wouldn't even say hi to the ex-narc. I wouldn't even say hi. Wouldn't even look. Like, if I caught her saw her, I'd immediately look away. And nope, okay. Psh. And it's easier said than done. Like, I say this now, it would be difficult, but I've cultivated such strong strength and self-love for myself that I will never allow that kind of toxic abuse ever back in my life. But that's a form of Grayrocking. You're just on your path, doesn't matter. But again, instance where they come up to you and they start talking to you, yeah, I'm good, that's cool. You don't got to ask them questions how they are or anything like that. You just answer it. Strict to the point. Oh, yeah, sorry, I got to take this call. pull out your phone, go on a call, do anything you can to get away. You know, if for example, they did show up on the holidays and they're knocking at your door, don't answer it. Don't answer it. Maybe they flew across the entire country. Don't answer it. You don't have to. There's no rule or anything that says you have to entertain the narcissist delusional existence, really. You know, don't answer it. And like, if they keep knocking, keep bothering you, call the cops. If they're staying there harassing you, call the cops. But refusing the Hoover is going to crush their ego. And unfortunately, the caveat to this is they end up wanting you more. They're already obsessed with you. If you've already been no contact, blocked, living your life, and you are healing, becoming the best version of yourself, they are becoming obsessed with you. Obsessed. And that's an understatement. If there was another word above obsessed, I would use it. They become obsessed because they need everyone to want them all the time. And when you don't want them, again, everything is the opposite with the narcissist, right? Everything is the opposite. So when you stop wanting them, that's when they want you. And then guess what? As soon as they hoover you back in and you want them again, they're not going to want you. It's so twisted, like their minds are so twisted how they think, but it's the truth. It's the 100% truth, guys. So by you not wanting them, refusing the hoover, they end up wanting you more, which ends up becoming more difficult because they end up trying to hoover you even more. But as long as you just keep blocking and you keep healing, become the best version of yourself, you're not ever going to allow that hoover to take over. You're going to cultivate strength. You're not going to have that weakness for the narcissist anymore. You're lucky. Dave, that's his name, Dave the fruit fly. I'm going to get you. Where was I? Yeah, you're not going to have to ever worry about that because you've cultivated the strength to beat the narcissist. You know, they're banking on that small piece in your heart that still has love for them. That's what they're banking on. But when you can cultivate all that self-love, you've been on the healing journey, you're regaining your identity. And I always tell people, if you want to refuse all the hoovers that are going to come, maybe they don't come for a year and a half, 2 years, whatever. But when they do come, you need to have that strength. And how do you do this? Regaining your identity. Doing all the things you did before the narcissist. I can't tell you how many clients I have and how many comments I read about people that said they stopped going to the gym. They stopped doing all the things they love. They stopped hiking. They stopped listening to their favorite music because the narcissist loved this type of music, so then they started listening to this type of music. They stopped combing their hair a certain way. They got this new hairstyle. They changed their wardrobe. They did all of this stuff to warp their reality to the narcissist because that's what the narcissist is doing. You are simply an extension of the narcissist. That's how they view you. So the narcissist wants to change you as much as possible into what they want so they can control you. So the best way to refuse the hoover is to become authentically yourself and start doing the things that you did before you met the narcissist. Start going to the gym again. Go out to the movies. I tell people this all the time. I went to the movies for the first 6 months after my narcissistic... Dave! You're ruining the video. God. I'm not editing this out either. Whatever. I went to the movies for the first 6 months after my narcissistic relationship every Tuesday by myself. And the problem is, even if you did this before, and I've read this in a bunch of comments in the past couple videos, people would be able to go out to eat by themselves before the narcissist and go do whatever, go to a concert by themselves. And then as soon as they get in the narcissistic relationship and then they're off afterwards, they don't want to go out. They can't do those things anymore. You can't go sit at a restaurant by yourself. You can't go to the movies by yourself. You can't go to a concert by yourself. So that's why it's so important. You got to start doing those things to rewire your brain chemistry because your brain chemistry is now the same as the narcissist. It has been rewired. You're on a different pattern. So you have to change that pattern. And when that pattern changes and you regain yourself, that is how you're going to be able to refuse the hoovers because you're going to be in your strength. You're going to see how much love you have for yourself and how much better off you're doing than when you were with the narcissist, right? And the narcissist hates this because The narcissist wants to have control over you. They see you getting better. They see you healing, becoming your most authentic self, being the best version, maybe gaining finances, starting a business, doing all these great things. The narcissist wants to pull you back down because in their mind, you're going up on this pedestal. You're raising up above them, and they cannot have that. They need to take you down. Again, they're from hell. They're Satan's little minions. Like, they do not want to see anyone rise up ever. Their job, their mission on this planet is to take you down, to take you to hell, to take your soul, to take your identity, to make it so miserable for you that you commit suicide. It's crazy to say, it's very sad to think about, but narcissists are sick. They are sick and twisted. So when you're healing and you're doing the best, that's when the Hoovers usually come, because they need to take you down off that pedestal. Oh no, we can't have him rising up. We got to take him back down. You know, and then that gives them a high better than sex. I say it all the time. If you raise up and they get another chance and they get to take you down, manipulate you, and regain control over your mind, they're on top of the world. You are giving them everything they've ever wanted. You are feeding their ego, giving them all the validation, putting them back up on the pedestal while you go right back down to where you were back in the narcissistic relationship. So it's important to refuse the Hoover. You have to cultivate that strength, that self-love for yourself. Do the things you did before you were with the narcissist. It doesn't matter if you do it alone. It actually helps. It helped me out a lot, because then you realize you don't need anyone. And this also helps with codependency. This will help you with your codependency. You'll realize, I enjoy doing these things on my own. I don't need someone to go out to eat with every day. I don't need someone to go to the movies with. I don't need someone to go to a concert with. That will greatly get rid of codependency issues, mommy, daddy issues. It all will help. So I think we're going to conclude it there, guys. Let me know where you are on your healing journey. If it is difficult for you to go out and do these things individually, or if it's easy for you, what tactics and patterns have you adopted that are helping you heal and get away from the narcissist? I hope this was helpful, guys, and I will be doing videos all through the holidays, so super appreciative of all you again, and I hope you enjoy the day. May it be a blessed one. Go get a workout in if you can, eat healthy, stay safe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Later.